guys, Reset Jet here. Can't believe it's almost been another month since I last put out another video, but yeah guys, welcome back to the stream. Hope the holidays were good, and wish you all a happy new year. I can't believe we're already halfway through January already. Crazy. Anyway, we are here in Atlanta. We'll do some Delta Ops today. We're in Atlanta. We'll be going over to Naw-Lans. This beautiful 75-200 to go good old atari Ferrari. I've already had a look at the weather here, and let's pull this up real quick. So there's a fantastic high pressure system that is settled in the eastern, well, I guess just the southeast part of the states here, and essentially we've got clear skies pretty much all day between Atlanta and New Orleans, and I want to say, yep, pretty much headwinds the entire way down there. We are scheduled to depart here in another half an hour. Should be plenty of time to get the airplane all set up here. Doing in New Orleans at what is that, 11:54 local time, so it's going to be an hour and 18 minutes en route. Cruising up at just 30,000 feet. Yeah, flight level 300. Just a little shy of 500 knots here, true airspeed. All that being said here, let's go ahead and get this airplane set up. Currently Alpha 28 in Atlanta. I cannot get the jetway to hook up for some darn reason, but this is Nimbus's version 3 of Atlanta. It's actually pretty darn accurate, it looks like. Anyway, let's go and hop in the aircraft. And I did not want to do a first flight of the day, so I'm actually just going to set this airplane up as if it just did a turn here. I was just running through the overhead real quick. Battery, that's good. Mercy lights. You know what, captain's gonna take first leg, so we'll go with the first starter here. Window heats on, smoking, seat belts, and auto rate. Let's see here. New Orleans field elevations 3 feet. I'll just put 10 here for now. Let's crack open the door here. And overhead panel. Trimmer on, left recirc on, isolation on, and it's a little inaccurate, but we'll get some air going in here. Alright, let's see. Flight director, auto throttle, 275. Alright, heading, flight director. Come over to my side here. Lights are good. Oops. Test that guy. And let's see, the meter is 3018. Let's slide over to skipper's side here. We'll set 3018 as well. Alright. Cage that guy. Let's see, status page. No red refills on hard drive. Quantity, oxygen's good. Oil quantity is good as well too. Let's set the auto brakes to RTO. And let's go ahead and line. I think it's on a quick align here, so yeah, good enough. Zero these out, and we can do a weather radar test. brakes. Good enough for me. Park brake set. And let's see, what's the CTAF frequency here? I don't know. So I guess we'll just use 22.8. Let's get this actually. So we'll use the first transponder here. Set the radios up on both sides. It should be on. Boom. And that's about it. Let's go ahead and log on to VATSIM real quick here. Sweet, the Atlanta Center's on. Alright, let's go to flight plan. And we'll pre-file this one really quick. Center is on. Oh, tower's up as well too. Oh, so is approach as well. Sweet. All right, so 19, 1, and let's see. Approach is 13347. And according to VATSIM, we've got information. Wait for it. It is November. Cool. Alright, let's go ahead and plug the flight plan in here really quick. Atlanta 2. Where are we? 2542. Departing off of 26 left on the Pounce. Steed transition. Go ahead and activate and execute that. And then straight to Merton. Trish one, I guess. Trish. And when I logged on, I'm pretty sure they're using runway 11. Or last I looked on that on flight or where. Let me check again.
Foxtrot 120, leave my space to the north, squawk VFR, make clear to the Atlanta class Bravo for exchange over to advise crew.
Yep, still using 11, so that will work. Let's see what that looks like.
120, roger that. You have a nice day.
Trish. Veep right up, and then pull up the approach real quick here. Wait, I'm saying 11, but I'm actually thinking runway 20. I'm an idiot. All right, 20 is there's an RNAV GPS approach as well as a localizer. We'll just do the RNAV GPS here. I'm gonna erase this actually. So Trish 1, Merton, and then RNAV. Is it Yankee? Let's see. Yep, Yankee. It is. So to Yankee, and that should look perfect. I'll just keep that discount in there for, and actually, you know what? No, I'm not. I'm going to just connect it all together. That didn't work. Jaspo. How about that? Perfect. Let's take a look at the plan real quick. We'll just step through. Snuffy, B. Dot, Pounce, Pantha, Georgia, Steet, Murden, Blues, Legacy, Molnar, and Veep, Rayop, Jaspo. Perfect. Alright, so that's he in there. Let's see, real world, there's our clearance. I would have done the walk around by now. Let's go ahead and add. I think it's gonna be a full flight here, so okay, only 177. Let me pull this up here for you guys as well. PDF. Let's slide this over to this side actually. Alright, so we are wanting a zero fuel weight of 174,000 pounds here, so let's add we have 6,000. How about 7,500? Good enough. Alright, fuel weight is 19,000. We'll round that up to 19.1. Gives us a gross weight of 193.1. Close enough, 193.0. That'll work. And optimize. Sweet. Alright, while that loads up, I think, oh, so we already got our clearance here. Let's get rid of this guy for now. So we've got our clearance. It says Atlanta, Pounce, Steet, Murden, Trish, altitude 30,000 rather, squawking 2065 20 6 5. Cleared Pounce to departure Steet, transition maintain 10,000. There's 10. Expect 30,000. Oh, I guess I gotta plug this in here. 80, and then zero fuel weight. Sounds like they stopped loading here, so 174, and then reserve is gonna be roughly 3,000 pounds. And cruise wind, we'll just put that average of 120 or 1280, 56, and then our step size 2,000 feet. All right, let's see what we've got here. Cruise 30,000 feet. And then let's read the rest of the clearance here. 30,000 feet. Departure frequency is 1334, which is on standby 1. Operate aircraft with mode C. Contact ground north end of ramp. Ground is not on frequency, so we are just going to contact tower. All right, let's go ahead and brief the departure here. So let's talk about the weather really quick. Pull up Navi Graph, and let me slide PDF over on this side now. Alright, so weather-wise, we have got information. November. Winds are light winds out of the northwest here. Clear skies. Meters 3018, so we can come back to Atlanta if we need to. They're using the west runways. Expect to depart 26 left. Alright, so we are currently at ramp 1, Alpha 28. We'll get pushed back here. Expect to take either Echo or Foxtrot. We'll emerge over here at Echo for 26 left, 9,999 feet of runway. It's going to be RNAV departure from Pounce. RNF to Snuffy, first leg. Oh wait, that's not the first page. I was gonna say, that's not good. What's going on here? Oh, it's on the plan, that's why. Alright, so map. Fat fingers, what's going on here? Legs. Alright, RNF Snuffy. RNF to Snuffy, then depicted route to Steet, so that's B Dot, Pounce, Panther, Georgia, Steet, so that's all in there. No speed restrictions, no altitude restrictions, just normal accelerate to 250 knots and let tower or departure know if we can't get there. Alright, let's see what else for the brief here. Let's get rid of Navigraph. Alright, so if we have to abort, we are under from 0 to 80 knots. It's going to be for any malfunction or failure, especially if we get a master caution or master warning, and if the window pops out, which it's not going to, but if that happens, we'll abort for that as well. From 80 knots to V1 is going to be for engine fire, engine failure. If we don't think the airplane is going to fly for some reason, if tower tells us to abort for some reason, and if we get a wind shear warning, which we are not going to in this airplane. Above V1, we'll take the failure up into the air and just come back to Atlanta. Alright, I think that's it. Let's go ahead and run the pre-flight checklist. Alright, pre-flight checklist. Interior and exterior inspection has been completed. Circuit breakers check. Takeoff warning I did not do. And that ain't how it works, but that's how we're gonna do it in the sim world. 5 parking brake, that's what we should get. Since I did that, gotta reinsert the utility buses. Alright, takeoff warnings have been checked. Force recorder has been checked. Fuel panel is set. Don't know why we've got fuel in the center tank there. And you know what? Since we do, now we have got to test that. And all we're looking for is, oh, I think it already popped up. The center right fuel pump. And the left one should have came up as well too. Let's see, is it even on here? Yep, there's left. Center left fuel pump and center right fuel pump. So they both work just fine. So fuel panel is set. Passenger signs are on. Pressurization panel is set. Equipment cooling panel is set. Mode control panel. LNAV, VNAV. Up to 10,000 feet. That is set for now. Windows are closed and locked. Oxygen mask has been checked. We have got 1,729 pounds. We'll check that later. What was I? Oxygen mask checked. Instrument source selectors are checked. Altimeters, we've got 3018. That is cross check. Flight nav instruments have been checked. Reserve brakes are off. Standby flight instruments are checked. Hidden reference switch is norm. Ground proximity override switches are off. ICAS is checked. Parking brake is set. I think. Where's my light? Yep, parking brake is set. The rust levers are closed. Fuel control switches are cut off. Radios and transponder are set. Radar is in test, so it's off. Flight dinner briefing has been completed. Sure. Departure briefing is completed. Logbook and QRH is on board. Fuel required according to our paperwork. We are looking for, we need 19.0. On board is 19.1. And pre-flight checklist is complete. Alright, let's go ahead and start clearing the aircraft here. We've got scheduled out in another 11 minutes. Let's go ahead and put Flight Studio on here really quick. Alright. KATO is my Delta 2542. Okay. Let's see. And action. Sweet. Alright, let's go ahead and clear that guy, and that guy.
100 hours, runway 1651 on a 9-mile final for runway 27 left.
Runway 1651, Atlanta Tower.
Alright, while they're clearing up here, we'll go ahead and start the APU.
Hold on 1 second. Runway 1651, Atlanta Tower, the wind is 0105, runway 27 left, go on.
3927 left for runway 1651, thank you.
Alright, APU's up and running. Let's go ahead and disconnect the ground power here and turn on APU bleed. And let's go ahead and disconnect that ground power as well. GPU, fuel truck, K config. And don't need the air right now. Actually, I'm just gonna leave that K config on there. Not sure why they're parked behind an airplane. You guys need to get the hell out of the way. Hide. Perfect. Alrighty, we are about good to go here. The last thing we're gonna do is let's go ahead and get our takeoff performance set up here. So, do believe, yep, that's final 0 fuel weight. So we're gonna go with flaps 5. CG is 3.2, and I'm gonna pull up Top Cat really quick and see if we can get some information here. So we are ATL MSY. Let's see what the zero fuel weight was. 174.1. Sure, it's 100 and oops, 70 on board. Let's get the 0 fuel weight to match here. So give me 9,000 pounds. Okay, 10,000 pounds. Too much. 9,500 pounds. Perfect. Alright, and our fuel on board is, what did I say, 19.1? 19.1. 19.05. Taxi fuel is 700 pounds. Trip fuel is 95.07. Alright. Let's see what our takeoff. 26 left. Get the weather in here. Slight little tailwind. Actually, mostly crosswind. And then takeoff is going to be 193 to compute. Gives us takeoff 1. So let's get takeoff 1. D-rated thrust of, or assumed temperature rather, let's go with 48. Gives us a 3.2 point.
Runway 1651, welcome to Atlanta,
Super.
cross runway 27 right at
Sure.
Tango, join limits 3.
That works. And then let's see how comparable these speeds are here. 190, meh, close enough. So 137, 140, 145. And then our big numbers there looks like with those weights, approach 30, it's going to be 170 and 210. So that's pretty darn close. And then let's do 145 V2 plus 15 here is going to be 160. Perfecto. Alright. We are all set to go here. Let's see. Hey, got company. 737 next door. Sweet. Let's go ahead and get our pushback. Let's start.
Hey, Captain, let me know where you want this thing.
Right in the middle of the roadway to annoy the rampers.
Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
Alright, so let's go ahead and lock up here. Betty says flight deck is ready for departure. We'll go ahead and close. I think all the doors are already closed, actually. Yep, all doors closed. Go ahead and remove the chocks. And we are going to, let's run the pushback checklist. So I'll go ahead and turn the autopilot or the transponder on. Captain's going to close the door. Beacon's on. It's going to turn the fuel pumps on and go right to the left for the hydraulics. And then I'm going to turn on that right recirc fan and run the pushback checklist. So pushback checklist, doors are closed. Hydraulic panel is set. Fuel panel is set. Flight deck doors
Alright,
closed.
looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
Transponder is out on. Pushback checklist complete. Let's set this trim up really quick. 3.2. Close enough. Alright. Let's get going here. See if I can cancel this guy. Guess not. There it goes.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected, bypass pins inserted. Go ahead and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
Welcome to A-Cars.
I forgot to log on to virtual airline here. Let's see. ATL SY Baton Rouge 300. That's our cutting code. No, what are we doing? We are Pouts. Excuse me. Georgia Steve, 26 left. And Trish Merton. So it's gonna be, what's our route? Trish, Pound Steve. Correct. Start. Perfect. Alright, parking brake is released.
Here comes the pushback. Light 'em up.
Alrighty, so we are definitely on the lighter side here, so I'm thinking we'll just start one motor and we'll taxi out and start the other one on the roll, or on the taxi here. So AP bleed off, backs off, AP bleed back on. Good pressure. Starting left side. Starting clock. There's 18. There's 25. Fuel control to run. EGT limit disappears, so that looks like a good start. EGT's gonna keep rising here, but I'm gonna go ahead and we'll keep the APU on. Any is not required. We'll run the left side center pump here, and we'll leave the AC panel as it is. We'll just use the APU here. Recall. Let's check. Auto brakes RTO. Flaps 2. 1, 2, 5. And F-start
Just
checklist.
about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
Alright, parking brake set. F-start checklist. Engine
And we're
ES
disconnecting the
is
tow.
off.
Give me just a
Air
moment.
conditioning panel is set. Recall checked. Auto brakes RTO. F-start checklist is complete. That left center fuel pump message should not be on there, but it is. Alright, the left engine is up and running. We'll go ahead and start the time here for the engine warm-up.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the right. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
On Atlanta Tower.
Alright, there's the pin. Almost got decapitated over there. Alrighty, flap levers, 5,
November
got the
current runway
salutes. Let's go
26
ahead
left,
and
taxi via Foxtrot.
get on out of here.
Foxtrot 8.
And while we're rolling here, or before we roll, left, right, and up, down, up, full left, and full right. Alright, let's get on out of here. Alright, we are ramp 1. We are talking to tower. Oh, come on, get going. Tower, good morning, Delta 2542, 1 north with November.
Delta 2542, Atlanta Tower. Good morning, runway 26 left, taxi via Foxtrot.
Foxtrot 26 left, Delta 2542. Alrighty, as brief, Foxtrot, and we'll just take that and merge with Echo all the way to 26 left. And gorgeous day out here. Alright, so there's 3 minutes on the left engine, so it's nice and warm now. I'm assuming there's probably not going to be a whole lot of traffic down here. And as I say that, looks like we do have someone taxiing down 26 left, but it's just the two of us here, so we'll go ahead and start the right side as soon as we get straightened out here. Alright, AP bleed back off. Backs off. AP bleed back on. Good pressure. Let's see. Starting right side. Starting. Clock. Alright, there's at least 18% N2. Fuel control to run. Generators kicked on. And EGT limits off. I'll go ahead and stop the clock here real quick. And let's go through the delayed F-start checklist. So AP
Alright, 32
off.
RNAV, MPS 126 left, full length, clear for takeoff.
Engine NEIs is not required. We'll turn the
That's
other.
RNAV to impasse, clear takeoff 26 left 830.
That's so weird that it does that. Alright, I'm going to turn the center pumps off, even though we would run them here. But AP bleed off, isolation valve is off. Left and right engine bleeds on, apex on, and recall again. RTO, flaps are still 5. Delayed F-start checklist. Engine NEIs is still off. Air conditioning panel is set. Recall checked. Auto brakes. RTO. Delayed F to start checklist complete. Get a little bit of power in here. Alright, so we'll do a quick departure brief. We are departing off runway 26 left, going to Naw-Lans on the Pounce 2 state transition. It's going to be RNAV to Snuffy, and we're going to use LNAV and VNAV going to 10,000 feet initially, and no speed restrictions and no altitude restrictions as well. Alrighty, let's, at this point, we'll sit the flight attendants down here. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm just going to run through all of this real quick. Alright,
Cabin crew,
seats for
please
takeoff.
take your seats for takeoff.
Alright. Just start my timer, which is already a little bit behind for the engine warm-up. Oh, is that a Dash 700? Nice. Stay in the center line here. Let's see, what were we doing?
So the 832, contact Portugal. See it.
Before takeoff checklists. That's what we needed to do. We'll run it as soon as we get straightened up on Echo here. Buddy, you're riding cowboy. Alright, before takeoff checklist, runway position, that is 26 left. And going to 26 left outside, flaps are 5 and 5. Navigation briefing is complete. Transponder can now go to TARE. Flight attendants were notified and acknowledged. Packs are auto before takeoff. Checklist complete.
Still 2542 RNAV Snuffy, 126 left, cliff takeoff.
RNF Snuffy, clear for takeoff 26 left, Delta 2542. And we're clear for takeoff.
All got a frequency land departure information now. She's now currently land altimeter 3017.
Alright, 3017 with Oscar. Alright, that's that. So he's already cleared us for takeoff here, so let's go ahead and turn our lights on. How much time do we have here? Alright, engines nice and warm, 3-minute warm up. Temperatures are good down there. Alright, captain's flying, so we'll take this one out on a roll. Alright, let's start our clocks here. Alrighty, 1.1 EPR roughly. And EPR. Alright, there's 80 knots, throttle hold, and thrust is normal. V1, rotate. Balance rate, gear up. Picture 15 initially about 180 or 60 knots rather. LNAV is active and follow the flight directors up to 20 degrees.
2542, contact land departure, get out.
Departure, we'll see you at Delta 2542. There's 1,000 feet climb power, 8 per VNAV speed. Let's go ahead and go to the Pacha here. And start that right turn to Snuffy. Departure, good morning. Delta 2542, 2.6, climbing 10,000. Flaps.
2542, land departure, good morning. Radar contact, climate 1014,000.
Climbing 14,000, Delta 2542. Alright, 14 set there. Let's keep that nose up. Let's release climbing. Alright, 14,000. There's flaps up, flaps up. And we'll go ahead and turn the autopilot on here. Running after takeoff checklist. Flaps up, landing gear up and off. APU is.
Got a 2542, clear dirt pounds.
Dirt pounds for Delta 2542. How very nice of you, sir. Pounce. Love it. Execute that. That's a sweet shortcut. Never would happen in the real world. Let's see, what was I doing? After takeoff checklist. So flaps are up, land gears up and off, APU's off, packs are auto, and engine NES is off. After take object is complete. Let's go ahead and recenter that pounce there. Too late, already doing left to right. Man, that's some pixelated clouds there. Sheesh. Cheers.
Delta 456, are we clear to go below 12,000 feet? Delta 456, I was just about to give you another instruction. Flight present heading vectors combined, we'll descend and maintain 9,000. Continue present heading and descend 9,000 feet, Delta 456. Delta 2542, contact center now 132.975, take care.
132.975 Delta 2542, see? 132.97. Alright, that's 10,000 feet. Let's go ahead and ding those FAs.
Air India 112, heading turn left, heading 330, runway 36 center, cleared for takeoff.
The center morning Delta 2542, 11.1 climbing on 4,000 direct to Pouncer.
Delta 2542, Atlanta Center, climbing, maintain flight level 300, good morning.
Climb maintain flight level 300 Delta 2542. Alright, there's 30, and that is our final altitude. Let's see what we got for tunes today here.
on 2,400 feet. Air India 121, Atlanta Center, radar contact, clear direct Boston, climb maintain 16,000. Direct fault C, climb and maintain 16,000, Air India 112.
Alright, we are through flight level 180. Climb checklist. Altimeters are 2992. Cross check. Climb checklist is complete. Get our lights off here. Let's figure out what's going on with our music. I can't hear anything right now. There we go. Okay. I don't really feel Christmas right now. How about this one?
Area Day 112, climb and maintain flight level 280, going to intersection. 280 flight level, Area Day 112.
Center, this November. Center, this November 1979 with you on 430.
November 1979er, Atlanta Center, identity. Number 1979, radar contact 30 southwest of the Dublin field, we're maintaining flight level 430.
Watch copy next time.
So this is a relatively short flight here. Let's take a look at the arrival before we get too far down the road here. Let's go to Navgraph. So from Steet, we go straight to the Star here at Murden, then Blues, the Legacy, Molnar, and Trish, 250 at 11, that's in the box, and Veep and Rayop at, that says at or above, but I'm gonna go ahead and set this as a hard altitude here, so our VNAV's got some good info. And then from Rayop, if we transition to the, it's not 1-1, but it's going to be the RNAV to runway 20, so Rayop, Jaspo, 2000, front post course 197, 200 here, radar's track 197 I guess, although that's after the runway, whatever. 197 to Jaspo 200 feet, and we're going to use LNAV, VNAV minimums here. 325, so we can set our Barrow to 325. That's close enough. Let's go ahead and go to the left seat as well. 25 there. And let's see what else we got. Touchdown zones. Let's say -1. Wow. Touchdown zones technically underwater or below sea level. Min safe is 3100 in all sectors. Mist is to climb at 2000 feet direct to Poly. Track 109 to safes and hold. And if that is in the box here, it looks like it is, with a southbound hold, right turns on 174 radial lip. That checks out. So if we do have to go miss, we'll just keep it in LNAV and fly to published miss there. More than likely though, visual data will get radar vectors from ATC, which is not online. That's okay. They've got Mal's, whatever that is. Mal's and Pappy's on the left side runway. 20 is 7,000 feet. We can probably plan for a left turn off at Whiskey more than likely. Maybe Echo. And then it's going to be a short taxi. We'll cross Holden Point, or Hotspot 2 rather, Sierra. And we'll take Golf to runway. And it sounds like we just got to our cruise altitude. Yep. And we're going to go to, where did I see the real airplane going to? Charlie 6. So, Charlie 6, which is right there. So I'll just take Golf and then hotel, I guess, to Charlie 6. Alrighty. We are all briefed up for that. Let's see. Right now, if you look at our paperwork here at our cruise and altitude, what does it say we were supposed to be at? Panther, you're supposed to have roughly 15.8, and we've got, oh, we're supposed to have 14.7. We're at 15.8, so we are 1,000 pounds ahead of our fuel there, which is crazy. We're supposed to land with 10.5 according to the computer, and paperwork says 8.8, so we can definitely go faster here. Let's see, about 8.80. Yeah, boy. And then I did like to say that we are far ahead of our. Let's go ahead and turn that off. Let the folks walk around in the back for a little bit here. Wait. What the hell? Wow. Wow. So, running auto ortho for the first time, and it looks like there's a big old gap here because for some reason it's showing a cliff. It's showing a cliff. Wow, what is this all about? Is that a cliff? Or is that just where the water ends? That's bizarre. Anyway, that should not be happening. Okay, let's see, where are we? Vulcan, so south of Birmingham for some reason. There's a big old hole. Okay. Nothing to see here, I guess.
FedEx 753, descend of Boston, scratch maintain, flight level 240.
That's progression 240, FedEx 753.
Steven, 100%. Couldn't agree more. Unfortunately, it's what we've got to deal with right now. And you know, I I don't want to bash companies or anything like that, but I mean, it does the trick. But yeah, it definitely could be a whole lot better. Oh, forgot to mention, so we would be landing with auto brakes too as well. And then let's go ahead and figure out what our speeds are going to be here for the arrival. So it's supposed to land with 10.5. Right now we've got 15.1, so that's roughly 5,000 pounds we're supposed to burn off here, or 4,500. Yeah, public math. Yeah, 4,500 pounds. So 4,500 pounds from what we've got right now is roughly 5.7, 185.7, I think. So roughly that's what we should use for our VREF here. So we'll land with flaps 25. Ref is 129, but we're going to use the flaps 30 speed to set our flaps 1 and flaps 5, what do you call it, flaps bug here. So I'm actually going to use 30 to set these bugs up automatically, and that should be 167 and 207, and that looks, oh, that looks about right ish. But we're going to go with flaps 25 for our ref here, so I think it'll stay. Yeah. That's where that is. So flaps 25, ref is 129. We'll go ahead and set that up here as well too for reference. And then on the approach, we can add 5 knots to that, so let's just go ahead and actually do that. So 134 is what we'll land with. Alright, we are pretty much set up for the approacher. And we've got roughly, what is top of D, and another 168 miles here. So, what did I say, 1712? Roughly another half hour. So I just actually added, started using auto, I can't say that, auto, sure, recently here, and I gotta admit, it's pretty nice. It's not Microsoft Flight Sim nice, but it's really nice in comparison to the default stuff.
5322, runway 18 left, taxi to Charlie.
And whatever holes there might be here. I'm really interested as to what is going on here. So yeah, it is like a chasm. That's so weird.
FedEx 753, cross Glavinet and maintain 14,000, Hartsfield, altimeter 3017.
3017, Glavin, 14,000, FedEx 753.
Shuttle 3147, cross Aussie at and maintain 12,000, transition to 310 knots or greater, the Atlanta altimeter 3017.
Cross Aussie at 12,000, in the transition at 310, Delta 3147.
It India 112 Heavy, ready to descend. Air India 112 Heavy, cross Aussie at maintain 12000, altimeter 3017. Altimeter 3017, cross Aussie at 12,000, Air India 112 Heavy. And then Air India 112 as well at Aussie 250 now. 250 knot at Aussie, Air India 112. Louisburg 5322, fly runway heading, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff. Air India 112, maintain 280 knots. 280 knots, Air India 112. FedEx 753, contact approach 133.47.
133.47, after that, FedEx 753.
It's an awfully dark shadow. Okay, it makes no sense.
Center of the 2264, we are 350.
Under a shadow, but
out
there's
of
no
Memphis.
clouds up there.
Got a 2264, Atlanta Center right there.
Identing now, 2264.
If you say so, explain if you say so.
Air India 112, maintain flight level
States,
210
let's
for
see, we are supposed to be
210, Air India
11,000,
112.
wasn't it? 1,000 at Trish.
Louisburg 5322, radar contact, say
So,
altitude,
I
maintain
can't speak for
16,000.
any other aircraft, but the VNAV for the 7.5, it works pretty well. The thing about it though is like it can get pretty aggressive sometimes, especially if you're descending and you've got a high pressure system and you've got to reset your altimeter to like something higher than 29 or 902. It'll get pretty aggressive. Like I've seen upwards of like 4,500 to 5,000 feet per minute on the descent before, just simply because the airplane's like, well, you want me to get on the VNAV path? I gotta, bring throttles already idle, but I gotta dive the airplane to get down there. So, I guess the best way to mitigate that is just to go on the descent page and click descend now, just to get it to descend a little bit earlier. But again, it all just depends on, if you just want to let the airplane do it by itself, and the altimeter settings, and especially if you've got a tailwind as well too. I mean, it counts for it, but some airplanes are better at being a little bit more draggy, I guess, for lack of a better word, than some others. Some airplanes are really, really good about just letting VNAV controlling the speed at idle, whereas some you always get the drag required message. So it just kind of depends on the airplane you're in. But for as big as a plane it is, it's actually pretty sleek. Like I remember when I first started using the PMDG 73, and from every pilot that I heard from, they said the airplane was really, really sleek, and always had to use the speed brakes. It's kind of the same thing too for the 75. Like it's a rarity that you're gonna go from top of D to all the way down to the approach and final without using the spoilers. Alright, frequency change period, have a good one for Delta 2542. Alright, guess we're on our own. that being said, I'm going to actually start a descent somewhere short of Blues here. Maybe about 10 miles before the top of D. And let's see, according to Trish, there's a 67 nautical mile difference, or actually no, I'm looking at the wrong. Never mind. So from Blues, we're going to, we're already over here on the approach. So Blues Legacy is 60 miles. Kind of curious as to why the fuel in the center tank here is not burning the way it should be. The pumps are on. It should burn that off real quick before it goes onto the wing tanks, but for some reason it's not. And what's even weirder is you get the ICAS caution message here. Whereas, well, on our fleet anyway, they only turn on after the Center tank is completely dry, so not sure why it's doing that. Yeah, it's really bizarre. Still burning the wing tanks. Alright. If you say so, girl. If that's what you want. Alright, top of D is approximately 70 miles away. 10 minutes out. Tell you what, nobody's here. How about we go direct to Legacy right now? $225. Alright, so I've already talked about the approach in the brief here, but I suppose I never really talked about the weather. Current meter, winds are out of the southeast at 8 knots, broken at 4,400 feet. Altimeter's 30, 15. Let's put you guys in the same page here so you can see what I'm looking at. 3015, we can go ahead and set the standby to 3015. Yeah, since actually we've got the real one here, so arrival, they are using what? So they are using that one? Hold up. Let's see here. Snap. Oh, it's just the automated. So the automated ATC says cross blues at maintain follow 280. Well, guess what? We're not going to blues anymore. So I'm actually not going to listen to that. Anyway, the real airplanes are. Nope, they're still landing using 2-0, so guess what? Your boy's gonna use 2-0. So anyway, let's see, NOTAMs, nobody uses NOTAMs in Flight Sim. I've already talked about the approach here. It's gonna be the Trish 1 RNAV arrival, currently direct to Legacy right now. 250 knots of Trish at 11,000 feet. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and set 11 here. Alright, there's 11. Whoops. 1,000 feet and then 4,000 array up. As a matter of fact, it will honor that, so let's go ahead and set the bottom here of 4,000 feet, and let's try and getting stutters there. Okay, so there's 4,000 array up, so VNAV should honor that. And from array up, now as I said before, it's going to be a visual, back it up with the RNAV GPS Yankee for 2-0. Front approach course is, alright, we're jamming a little bit too hard back here. Let's turn that guy down. 197 is the front approach course. JASPO, expect to cross at 2,000 feet. For the bottoms, we are going to use LNAV VNAV minimums, which is 325. That's set in the barrow on my side and the skipper's side. Touchdown zone is -1 feet. MSA is 3,100 feet. For the published miss, plan on climbing 2,000 feet direct to Poly, then the safes. It's in the box, but we'll just use vectors here for ourselves. And then they've got a mouse, whatever the hell that is. Pappy's the left side. It is a 7,002 foot runway. Apply for right turn off at either Echo or Whiskey, more likely. Probably Echo actually, because this airplane stops a lot quicker in the sim than it does in the real world. But anyway, Echo, and then we'll cross 29 here at Sierra and take off Hotel 2 Charlie. Six. And there's no rank frequency there. Alright. I think we're properly briefed up here. Let's get rid of V or Navigraph and let's go ahead and descend now. Boop. Should be an execute button with that push there, but whatever. Alright, so descend now. This should descend us at roughly 1,200 feet per minute until it catches up with the VNAV path here. Let's go ahead and turn the seatbelt signs on. To all the folks in the back 8, take your seats. We're about to land here in the next, what, half hour? 17:29. Shoot, not even 20 minutes. Alright, and as we got, so we've passed, we're about to pass the top of descent here. Go to the next page. That vertical track error should start coming in as soon as we pass the top of D, and there it goes. And let's see, so in the real world, if we already get like a descent down to below flight level 180, I like to go ahead and set the meter, or the ATIS here. Or the, what am I talking about? The altimeter setting 3015, so that the VNAV doesn't have to go diving forward once we get past flight level 180. Alright, and that's a better transition rather than just going from top of D to idle and then it goes screaming down 3,000, 4,000 feet per minute. So I'll keep the vertical track up, and it should, it's not, it's got a little ahead of itself here, so we should be on throttle hold, and I should be able to adjust our vertical speed, but I can't for some reason right now. It's still in speed mode. So here's what we're gonna do. We gotta cheat a little. Nope, that's not gonna help. Making it worse. Okay, actually, let's open up the speed window here. And let's slow her down. So we're already in idle. It's got to pitch the nose up to slow the aircraft. If it works properly. Alright, it's not how it's supposed to. Alright, we'll do vertical speed for now, about 1,000 feet per minute. It did say VNAV path, but it was not on the path right. I mean, it's still below the path a little bit, so I'm not sure why. We can catch up. Alright, so there's vertical. It's right on the path now, so we'll go back to VNAV path. And we're idle. Nope, we got a little bit of power in there. Alrighty, so we're coming up to flight level 180 here, so let's go ahead and turn all our lights but the nose gear on, run through the descent checklist. Descent checklist, altimeters 3015, that is cross-check. Minimums, bear is going to be 325, that's also cross-check. Landing data, flaps 25, rough is 129, and that is cross-check. Approach briefing is complete. Auto brakes to set. Seatbelt signs are on. Pressurization panel is set. Recall is checked. And also hit the event record button here. That's not simulated. Descent check is complete. Let's see. Trish at 250 knots. Okay, don't think this thing is going to honor the 250 knot speed limit here at Trish, as it should. So I might have to intervene here. Let's see, 40 knots. Alright, to 11 for 12, or 12 for 11 rather. Let's see what happens here. It should slow the speed back, but pretty sure last time I flew this thing, it didn't do it. Let's see if I can put this in here again and see if it'll... 11, sure. We'll see what happens. Hey, how about that? Good girl. Right. For some reason, it's saying drag required only on the left side. I should say it on both sides here. I'm not going to put the speed brakes out because you're slowing down just fine. Alright. I didn't think it was going to do that. That's awesome. Alright, 250 knots. How about you put the barrel back in there? Good girl. Alrighty. Alright, next up we've got 4,000 feet at Rayop. Now, if the VNAV works the way it's supposed to, we should see the green band come up before, or come, prior to Rayop here, so it has enough time to... See, now we're diving. I don't know why it's doing that. Speed brakes coming down. Or out. Yeah, drag required. But anyway, the the prediction bar here should come up before Rayop so that it has enough time to get down to 4,000 feet and then slow to 190 or 170 knots like we've got programmed here, but now we're high for some darn reason. Alright, 10,000 feet. We'll thank the flight attendants, and we are going to run through the approach checklist. So for a GPS approach, we want to make sure that our GPS is updating. We'll go to progress page 2 here, and I would say updating up here, but I guess it just depends on what kind of avionics you've got on board. But GPS looks like it's updating. We've got a football, we've got an active waypoint, and that all looks good. So flight nav instruments are checked, cabin notification was completed, and then altimeters, we still have 3015 is cross-checked. Approach checklist is complete, our lights are good. All right. So VNAV is telling us that we are high because we need the speed brakes out. Unless music's still on. Speed brakes are out because we've got to maintain 250 knots. It's slow to 240 for some reason, even though I said speed restricted to 200. Anyway, brakes are out because we are trying to descend to 4,000 feet, and then we need to slow down pretty darn good here. So anyway, Rayop is roughly, what do we got here? 7 plus, we'll call it 5, 12, 13 miles final. Do we have a CTAF frequency here, or should we just use... I guess technically 19.5. Alright, there she goes. Now she's slowing down. Alright, I'm going to put the speed brakes back up here, and then we'll just go ahead and arm them. And speed's good. Let's go ahead and bring the flaps up to, or down, I guess, to 1. And we'll clear ourselves to the approach here. So we'll do the last technique. So L is for LNAV. A is going to be our altitude, and the bottom altitude according to the RNAV GPS is 325 feet is what we're using for the barrel, so we'll just round it up to 400 feet. So we're going to set 400 here, and VNAV's already armed, and we'll go speed intervene. We'll do 180 knots. 170 is pretty darn slow this far out. let's go ahead and bring the flaps down to 5 here. We're pretty darn slow. Alright, we'll make a radio call out here really quick. You know, I'm just going to do this on, what do you call it? I'm not sure what the frequency is supposed to be on here, but New Orleans traffic, Delta 2542 is on a 15-mile final for runway 20 at New Orleans. Alright, as we start down here, we'll go ahead and bring the flaps down to 15. Flaps 5, and starting down the slope, trying to maintain 180 knots. It's going to be a little bit hard for this airplane to do. It's not a whole lot of drag, so there is flaps 15. Whoops. Let's go back to auto here. Alright. Looking pretty darn good. Can't see the runway quite. Oh, there it is. Never mind. So GPS should be, or airplane rather, should be crossing Jaspo here, roughly 2,000 feet. And Jaspo being the final approach fix means we should get configured fully here before this fix. So I'll go ahead and slow down to 134. Radio altimeters are live. Let's go ahead and bring the gear down. And speed's good. Flaps 20. Alright, crossing Jaspo 2,000 feet. Flaps to 25. And landing checklist. Landing checklist. Landing gear is down. Flaps 25, 25. And speed brakes are... Yep, armed already. Landing checklist is complete. Clear to land. Go ahead and turn the landing or the nose gear light on. And I think I'm going to disconnect auto throttles, and autopilot is off as well. think I'm, yeah, getting a little on the high side here. Roughly 700 to 800 feet per minute should work out quite rather well here. Let's zoom in on my, oh, it is already in. 9,000 feet, we were cleared to land, and missed approach altitude is not set, which is going to be 2,000 feet. It's set now. Little right of center line here. A little on the high side.
500.
Little left to right crossing action here.
100. 50.
Slowly start to round
30,
out 30 feet.
20,
Power to idle.
10.
Little right rudder, left wing down. That's did not work out quite as well as I thought it would. Alright, reverse. Let's see, speed brake is up, I think. Oh my gosh. Alright, there's 80 knots. Yikes. That was rough. Alright. Go ahead and start the clock here for engine cool down. Alright, here's Echo. Naw-Lans traffic, Delta 2542 is clear runway 20 Echo crossing runway 11 at Sierra at New Orleans. Clear on the left. Alright, let's go ahead and clean up here. Let's clear this message. Autopilot, clear to flight directors, and run through the after landing checklist. ADS off. Flaps up. Sheet brakes down, radar is off. After landing checklist is complete, let's go and turn these lights off here, and we'll start APU. Yeah, I'll have to pick that up there, Steven. I keep teasing myself about it. I used to have one of the old track IRs, I think like the second one whenever it first came out, but I kind of want to get back into the ECS a little bit, so it definitely would help with looking around the flight deck instead of using the mouse here like this, but you have to look into it. Alright, going to Charlie 6. I see 8. There's Charlie 6. Alright, we'll turn the nose gear light off so we don't blind our rampers here. It's Charlie 6. Let's go ahead and turn right in. Seven 5-2, that's us. Alright, parking brake is set. Before we let them up and shut it down, let's go ahead and take a look at the replay here. Before I do that, I'm gonna get off of that sim. Gonna enter that. Alright, let's take a look, see. It's definitely got a lot squirrelier than I would have liked on a roll out there, but it's just me being distracted. It's my excuse anyway. Alright. Gosh. I mean, the inputs were there. Like, here I should have used right order. I was super distracted. But my goodness, that would be very uncomfortable in the back. Let's take a look at that again. Yeah, so right rudder, straighten out, left wing down, which for whatever reason it didn't go down. So touch with the right gear like I shouldn't have, then left gear, then right, then a nose gear, but good night. Yeah, that was hideous. Just viral off the runway. Right rudder, left wing down, but it refused to go down. Right, left, nose gear, and then somebody can maintain directional control. Left we go. Back to right. Good lord, that was ugly. Doot, doot. Bonk. Oh man. All right. Let's take it to the gate. up to the gate was pretty good. Alright, so that's in a replay. Let's go ahead and... How do I unpause this thing? Alright, so seatbelt signs off, and APU's up and running, right? Sure is. Alright, and then I'm going to engine bleeds off, APU on, isolation on, recirc off. Skipper here is going to turn the hydraulics off, fuel pumps off. What do you call it? Red anti-collision light off, and I think that's it. Let's see here. Shutdown checklist. Park and brake is set. Hydraulic panel is set. Fuel pump switches off. Seatbelt signs are off. Engine ANS off. Fuel control switches are cut off. Transponder is not. Stand by. We'll zero these out here. And red anti-collision light is off. Shutdown checklist is complete. I don't know if the jetway is going to work here or not. Dock. Out of gate. Nope. Open SAM off. What the? Okay. I'm so confused. Anyway, let's see. I'm thinking, guys, that might be it for me here. Yeah, I think that's it for me here, guys. I am gonna try and stream again next week. Beyond that, I can't really say, because life's about to get a little hectic again here in the next couple of weeks. But let's see, I am off for another couple of days, and then I have to go back to work. Let's see, I'm pulling up my schedule here. Oh shoot, that's right. I am on for from Monday until next Sunday, so I don't know when I'm gonna be. I'm off again the 27th through the 30th, so it's probably gonna be another week or two before the next flight here, guys. But appreciate you tuning in here. Hope you guys learned something, and we are going to see you on the next one. Take care, guys.